Tip number 10. You'll hear from a lot of people, but it's very important. Make sure your pictures that you are putting online, whether it's Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever, make sure they are presentable. Make sure that you have a nice background or you have a background remover, and make sure that they're not like wrinkled and look like they just went through the mill, whatever that means. I have a steamer. I don't iron. Some people do. I do not, but I love my steamer. But I don't have to use it too often. But when I do, when I have a bunch of wrinkled things that I will now steam, and then I will take pictures of them and list them. Now, don't get me wrong. In the past, I have had things, why am I so close? I have had things that I put online that were wrinkled. Yeah, I don't think most of them didn't sell, of course, but that was in the very beginning, and it takes time to learn. So I definitely learned from those mistakes. And I found that even on my live reselling platforms, I don't get the sale if it's wrinkled. And I decided in the summer that I wasn't going to steam for my live sales because it was too hot. But going back to steaming, I went back to steaming. So make sure your clothes look presentable in a few different ways. Number one, they look presentable where they're not wrinkled. Number two, you take shots of every angle. Maybe not every angle. I do. I use up all of my pictures, or at least 3/4 of them, on Poshmark. I always have too many pictures for the other platforms, so I have to figure out which ones I want. But just always make sure the lighting is good. And if not, they do have lightening apps that help lighten pictures. I think I heard someone talk about Lightroom. I don't use it. I do use lighting, and I use that for most of my pictures, unless I have the shade open. See, and I'd love to leave the shade open, this open for my videos, but it just brings in too much light. So it all depends. I also have a ceiling fan where if I keep 2 of the lights on and my light, it's better if I take pictures right there. So figure out whether you want sunlight, whether you have or want lights that you can put on when you're taking the pictures, and work it out from there. Also, do your best to get the best color that is true to life. And if not, put it in your listings, because I know, and every time I look over, it's because I have things all over. So I'm looking over at my rack where I have reds, maroons, and certain blues, teals. I know those aren't going to take good pictures. They are not going to come out true colors. So sometimes I take those outside. Other times I just make sure I put in the description, this is not the true color, and maybe find a color patch or a color picture that I can put in to say it's more like this color, even if it's not the item and just the color. So do your best to get the true color. We do have things on our phone now that can help us with the color. And also, just pick your style. I've done many different types of photos. In the beginning, I started with a background and blah, blah, blah. I don't do any of that anymore. So I have one spot on my wall that I hang when I want to hang. And I do mostly hanging. Now I have a mannequin. I have a mannequin. Her name's Quinn. I have half mannequins. You may have seen them. This is Quinn Jr., who is stuck. So this is nude Quinn Jr. Okay. I also do a layout. So I have a spot on the wall right over there. Then I have a spot on my couch. I have a spot on a blanket on the floor. And I have a table. And those are all the different shots I take. I no longer take mannequin shots. It is so much faster to put it on the wall, turn it, then take clothes off, turn them around, turn the mannequin. So find what works best for you, though. You may love your mannequin. I don't. I love my mannequin. I don't love her for picture taking. We joke around because she's like a real person. Not really, but we have a name, you know. She's what helped me out in the beginning, but now I know you don't need to get all fancy. You really don't, but you can. Everyone chooses their own thing. I now choose to put things on the wall or on the floor or on the couch or on this table. Makes it very easy. Now, in the summer, I go outside because I love getting that lighting, but you just have to make sure there aren't shadows with that lighting. But with any lighting, like today, I even have a little shadow in the background, and I do my best not to even get it in my videos. So do your steaming or your ironing or whatever it is that you like to do with your clothing to make it look good. Some people hang it in the bathroom when they take showers. Sometimes mine are too wrinkled to do that. Make sure you have a nice background. I hear that Google picks up white backgrounds better. I don't know if this is true, but I do most of my backgrounds white. Some I do other colors. Also, I don't put a lot of items in with an item that I'm selling anymore. If I am selling this and I put this on the side of it, people may go to it just for that, and then they get disappointed, or there's just too much stuff. So I do my best not to do that. There are some people that do it so well that it looks great, but I never know which item is being sold. Make sure the lighting is good, as I said, and keep it as much in the middle as you can. Don't know how much that matters, but I know it looks better when you're in somebody's closet. And that is really most of everything that I believe you need to do with your photos. So I hope this tip was a good one, even though you probably heard it before, but sometimes it's just good to be reminded. Take a look through your closet if you're on Poshmark, if you're on eBay or Mercari. Just take a look through your postings and see even if they look kind of like each other. Because sometimes, think about when you look through a catalog, you see that consistency in the way photos look. And one of my tips was consistency. So be consistent with your photos and make your photos look like stock photos, right? Maybe you won't be able to dress in the clothing, but just make them look good. Thank you so much. If you like this video and you're enjoying my tips series, give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you want more content like this, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and you will get notified whenever I put out content. And leave a comment. Just say hi. I'm always happy to know that you're watching because I really appreciate you. And I've learned from so many videos that I appreciate the people I learned from, and I know they appreciate me, even though they don't know me. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.